Hey, well, I can tell you guys something. Riding the SUP a lot really improves your balance. Yep, look at that. That's a lot rocky. Awesomeness. Really so smooth. Splendid. It's a similar thing, you know. Absorbing texture through your feet and body. And, whilst moving forward. Same sort of activity. Just here the texture is more stable. And there it's more fluid. This is what we would call like muscular terrain. It's not really technical, it's not really hard. But if you look at how steep it is pretty steep. And you just got to keep going, be fluid, be strong and confident, and just move. See? Just look at the stuff that you're going to go for. Make quick decisions about where you want to go and what the road ahead looks like. Keep flowing. Use your finger to point your hand at where you want your foot to go. Right? So that you don't get bunched up. You can keep flowing. And then you want to use the width of the path, like when you're climbing, kind of like bridging. So you want to really look at those areas at the side here, because they often give very good little holds, and it's a bit like climbing in reverse, kind of like scrambling, but you're doing it with your feet. Right? Kind of similar to skiing, just a little bit of a harder surface to play with. Well, of course, the surface in skiing can get kind of hard sometimes as well. It's not usually that you're actually going on the rocks on purpose. Usually if you're hitting rocks when you're skiing, it's wasn't really your intention to do that. Yeah. This, my friends, is what we call muscular terrain. Delightful. Delightful. It's just awesome. And I'm about to go and do 5 full days of it non-stop. Right through there. On a quest for buried treasure. Proper rock steps here, where you need to, if you're going to be moving quickly, you need to really decide where you're going to put your feet, and then get in it, because it's like crumbly and ribby, and it's like, slippy. Yeah. You just keep moving. Now it's fast, moderate. You just keep moving it. Just keep moving in it. Uphill. In the shade. Into the sunshine. Yep. Pays to be fit and strong when you're going to go and play in that area over there. Yep, pays to be fast and strong, and very lightweight, flowing and fast on your feet, with plenty of training. See, this is all foreland here. Back there, that's the Karwendel. That's where we're going. And no, I'm not showing you the uphill bits, because on the uphill bits I didn't want to stop to film. I wanted to get up here. And I got up here in, 1 hour and 30 minutes from the bottom. 810 meters. So, didn't want to stop to film. But now on the way down, it's just delightful. So I'm just going to film quite a bit maybe. Beautiful stuff. Here she is, Shadow Girl. Hi. Yep, she's coming too. On a sunny afternoon mountain run with Bushcraft Girl, training for Karwendel crossing. Get in the train and beast it, guys. It's the only way. It's the only way to get fluent. Is to be current. And know where the water is. And the great scenery. And the most interesting textures. That's the one who's got the best game. And then it's the one who knows how to play in them. So after a period of general conditioning and endurance building for the body as a whole, we now, with that basis, go and do some terrain-specific work on hardening, fluency, and just the ability to deal with the terrain and figure out how best to use it. We'd like to see some of that. And then it's off to the playground, really. See what happens. You remember I told you guys last time that I was finally feeling strong enough to run in these mountains in the way I wanted to run them? Well, now you see why. Quite nice paths. And lots of very steep ground. Yep. You need to be strong here. Not just fit. You need to be resilient. Okay. Resilient, you need to use all of the terrain. The side stuff is much better when you cross over on it. When it's sandy, you want it at the side, not under your feet. Like this. This means you need to be resilient. Okay, and really sometimes go for a little bit because these are dynamic moves. You can't necessarily stop out of any particular one of them, but you will always have places to stop in between, so that you don't get too tired, but you do have to move on sometimes. And that's a big part of the fun of it. always close the gates behind you, please. And be respectful of the natural beauty which surrounds and nourishes your soul. Thanks. Yeah, we had frontier miners here in Europe, I can assure you. Plenty of wilderness here to go hunt for Madeline. In fact, the town that I'm going to be making my way towards eventually became Europe's largest silver trading center for quite some time. Schwaz. Made it very rich. And that all came out of these mountains. So, I reckon that's a pretty good place to look for buried treasure. Let's go. If rocks get in your shoes, stop and take them out. It will not get better. Though better yet is to put some spandex gaiters on your running shoes, just lycra, so that they don't get in the first place, because they're annoying and we don't like having to stop when we don't want to. We like to be able to keep going. So that's a good plan. Look at this awesome path here. Wonderful. Right, gonna do that for a bit. One of the many advantages of coming downhill this way is that it really works your glutes and your abs here, and it doesn't bang your thighs up nearly as much, and especially it's easier on the knees. My knees are not the strongest part of my body, so I have to look after them, and therefore I choose to run in a way, or at least move through the mountains in a way that hurts them least and brings a lot of pleasure, and that's how we do it. Right on. So you'll be faced with many terrain choices. So here is a part where my buddy Christian would say, don't trip. Because that there is verticality. A lot of verticality right there. And not really awesome landings. So here, you just got to be careful, but you can still flow. Some really awesome verticality we got around here. Really cool stuff. Yep. But when it's not so exposed, well, then you can just swoop it. Like carving on a groomer on skis. You can go real fast, and you bank down for the turns, but there's no danger, so you just keep running. Big jumps, and you've got plenty of visibility, you know what's coming, because actually the steepness helps to that regard. You can see far more of the trail and see what's happening. Yeah, awesome. Remember to hydrate once every 15 minutes or so. 4 or 5 sips, not too much. Nothing sugary, you'll live to regret it. And then, move on. I just came across this awesome kid running up here. It's like, you know, the little beard, the long hair, skinny, no backpack or anything, but he was like wide-eyed and cruising up the hill in like a pair of Converse or something. And he's like, cool. And I'm like, yeah, how are you doing? You're going fast? He says, no, I'm not really fast. Yeah, but you got the flow. And I said, oh yeah. And he was just like grinning and sweating and making this huge effort. And so I was like, okay, have fun. See you in a bit. See you later, buddy. Yep, I think he just got enchanted and sucked in like all of us did at some point. And he just got drawn into it. And he's decided he likes it. Yep, we all do. We like it a lot. We can't get enough of it. Lots of varieties. Thousands of textures. Phenomenal. Million-star hotel. The most important thing for running on this moderate ground is extremely supple hips and lower back. The whole pelvis needs to just move and angle. Hi there. Instructional video on mountain running. Yep. So the whole pelvis needs to just move and flow and dance like some hot young dude is coming up the trail to meet you. Which only he just did. Eee, how amusing. Alright. Just smoothing it down here. It's all soft. It's easy angled. It's just really lovely, nice. No, I don't need an injury contest. Already did that. Thanks very much. Don't need any more. Yep. Just like there are lake paddlers, there are people who run up and down these mountains a lot. Devotees. Yep. In all seasons, in all weathers, by many different means, whether it's running or biking or skiing or cross-country skiing or snowshoeing, horseback, mountain bike. None of it matters. It's just that you're out here communing with the terrain. Communing with the terrain. So if you keep quiet and keep your focus soft, maybe go a little slower, be as quiet as possible, and keep your focus soft. Yeah, you just commune with the terrain. If you go really slowly, quietly, yeah, you just commune with the terrain. If you go quietly, keep your focus soft, you might see something.